Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, here with my brief thoughts on Moon Knight, Episode 2, called Summon the Suit. Where we last left off our main man Steve, he basically pulled a Bob Backlund from 1994, did a lot of cool things, and then he ended up looking at his hands going, "What the heck just happened?" This episode is basically Stephen Grant going further down the rabbit hole. He gets fired from his job because, well, the bathroom ended up getting destroyed at the museum after the whole Moon Knight versus Egyptian dog creature thing. We also learn that Stephen Grant is pretty much just a cover identity for Mark Spector, who is either on the lam or in hiding or stuck in this body. And, well, it's kind of like a Russian nesting doll. Mark Spector is trapped in Stephen Grant, and Mark Spector is also stuck as the vessel for Moon Knight. Everybody got that? In watching and reading other reviews for this episode, I've seen it's been mostly positive, the feedback. I saw in one review that said that this episode may have answered too many questions, but I disagree. I actually quite enjoyed this episode quite a bit more than the first one. Not to say that the first one was bad, but I was left with a lot of questions, and thankfully this episode gave enough of a response to where you could be like, okay, I'm starting to see what's going on here. The acting is great in the episode, but specifically from Oscar Isaac. Now, Oscar Isaac is a really good actor. Let's not get that twisted. Specifically in this episode, though, he's really good. He has to bounce from doing the nervous wreck that is Stephen Grant to the cool badass that is Mark Spector. I was left wondering, how did Mark Spector get stuck in Stephen Grant? How did that whole thing work? And I'm honestly looking forward to the answers if they are provided. We see the premiere of the formal attire for Moon Knight, and I'm not going to lie, while Moon Knight's official attire is really cool, the formal stuff looks kind of awesome. Now, again, this is formal attire, so he can't wear this everywhere, but if this was his actual suit, I wouldn't complain. I thought this look was just awesome. I love how there's a clear dynamic between the nervous wreck Stephen Grant, like I mentioned, and Mark Spector. When Mark Spector turns on, he's cool, he's confident, and he takes on that jackal like it's no one's business. Stephen Grant is kind of like, why is this happening to me? There are still more questions than answers when it comes to Ethan Hawke. However, it is implied that, being that Moon Knight is indeed a vessel, he was either gunning for the Moon Knight position and he was passed over, or he was the Moon Knight and something happened that got it taken away from him. That's what I got, at least, and it's going to be interesting to see what direction it goes. I mean, it's Ethan Hawke, so it's going to be at least very well acted. We get to meet Layla for the first time, who was a big plot point in the first one, like Oscar Isaac using a legit Moto razor, like what year is it? And it turns out that Layla and Mark are a thing, and she knows full well about the whole Moon Knight mystery. If I had to have a bit of a nitpick, though, with the episode, I have a feeling she was like, why are you still doing this disguise? Drop the disguise. Like, she's like yelling at this dude, Stephen Grant, and I was just sitting there like, you know, if Mark anticipated this happening, he might have put together like a contingency plan. At least Douglas Quaid had the dude saying, hey, I knew this was going to happen to you, so here's the package you left me. You would think that Mark Spector would be like a little more prepared for something like this, but maybe that'll be explained in another episode, who knows. Another smallish problem that didn't take me out of the episode entirely, but it was just noticeable throughout, and it's the CGI. It's not that great, and working on CGI, I imagine, is very difficult, so I'm not trying to make fun of any CGI artists or effects people. That's not my intent. But wow, the CGI was just, it was noticeably bad, to the point where I was just sitting there like, Disney is worth billions at this point. Surely this is not the best that they got. There is some good CGI. Khonshu's design looks great, but the jackal just looked real bad for some reason. Thankfully, the jackal is not on screen for very long, and like I said, it's just a small thing. It didn't take me out of the episode entirely. And at the end of the day, I really dug this episode. I thought it was better than episode 1. I am legit looking forward to episode 3. We're approaching the halfway point of the show, and I'm just looking forward to see what happens. But have you all seen Moon Knight episode 2? What were your thoughts on it? Leave them in the comments. I'd love to read what you have to say about it. And also, by the time this episode drops, I will be in the middle of the second round of the Suit Up Geeks Best Movies of All Time tournament. I'm in a second round match with Larry over at Chili Boy Productions, and it is down to the wire. By the time I am recording this, I am winning 51% to 49%, and by the time I edit and launch this video, it might be entirely different. It might be 50-50, but all afternoon and into the evening, I've been 52, then 51, then 50, then 52, and back, and so forth. So I urge you all, if you have not voted for me, please do. I will put the link to the tweet in the description. I want to get into the semifinals. I'm going to face either Deebs, aka Mr. Crockpot from the Suit Up Geeks, or I'm going to face my friend Rachel over at Rachel's Reviews. Either way, I want to get into the next round, so be sure to vote for me at the link in the description. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.